few days since I've been out to my garden, but a few days make a huge difference. Wait. Hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry, forgot that part. But anyway, so getting back to my garden. Today we are actually going to be picking quite a few things. So I'm going to show you that along with my garden tour, and then I'll show you what we got accomplished today. Other than watering, which we have to do because it's been so dry the past 3 or 4 days. I know, I'm a wimp. 90 degrees and I'm ready to melt. But here in the Midwest, we don't do 100 degrees or 90 very well. We're 80 people. So forgive me for sweating to death. But anyway, I'll show you what we did, and then I'll have you harvest along with me today. As you can see, this is my window box. Needs a little bit of attention, and my spinach went to seed. That's okay. I let it reseed itself, and then I don't have to keep reseeding my spinach then. But I actually came in here to pick broccoli. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll show you how much I get. There we go, that's what I got. A huge handful. So probably enough for the 2 salads I was gonna hope to make this week. Yummy, delicious. As you can see, more cherries are red. It's like life never stops. Just got finished with strawberries, now we're on to cherries. So I think the biggest thing, other than mulching, or other than watering, I mean, is we mulched this walkway. Typically I just go ahead and till it every week, but my mom was like, could you mulch it this year? Fine. Actually, I don't mind mulching it. It's just for whatever reason it just seems so much easier to till it, because you still have to weed it because sometimes weeds come up, but it looks way better. So let's get started with the garden tour. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it, harvest and do it at the same time, or maybe I'll just show you my harvest. We'll see. But anyway, this first row, there's a couple of okra in here, but I haven't, not as many as I'd hoped survived, but I have a couple more at home that I'm going to plant in here, so this one I want to become okra, and the peas are still growing, but not a whole bunch of them. This next row is actually the row we're going to harvest today. I think these are turnips. I have to look and see what we can find. Ah, there are some in there. They're very small, but they're coming. And I wasn't going to grab any of those today anyway, but the lettuce that I am going to grab. See if I can find the end of it. There we go. And I have my trusty old basket. I was gonna say that I picked a red basket because it was easier to find in my garden, but the truth of the matter is that red was what the dollar store had, and they work really well. I know I have 2 in here, and that's just because I have extra, but I use the, see, it has a handle on it, and then I can like walk around the garden and pick my, there's some more. Let's see. And there's one more right here. Getting good at pulling them. Alright, that's the last one for today. And I missed the basket. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to set that at the end of my row. I don't think I'm going to pick any turnips, but I'll look and see. The ones we looked at the other end were kind of small. Not anticipating them being big enough to pick yet. Not really. No, I don't think I think we'll just wait. This row has some squash and some flowers. Snapdragons, actually. It's supposed to be peas, but the peas didn't do too well, so they kind of got dropped. But here's some more lettuce for us to pick. This is kind of my favorite lettuce. It's called White Paris, I believe. Let's see if I can pick and video at the same time. Swiss chard. Here I come, hopefully. There's a bunch. Alright, I'm going to attempt to cut this lettuce. Notice the word attempt. This lettuce is about done, so we'll see how successful I am. That's how much I picked. That was a lot. So, as you can see, pretty much picked through all of that. I just didn't actually pick beets or arugula. I think the arugula is pretty much done, so I didn't pick any of that. But, getting to the onions and the broccoli's doing good. And the cauliflower. No, that's cabbage. This is kale. That's supposed to be broccoli. But I may have to add a little bit more. But anyway. I'm going to pick the kale now. This is my other patch of kale. So, here we go. There we go, my kale harvest. Let's see, next. I got some mulch here, but I'll move that next time I come here. I was really excited because I have squash. Well, zucchini anyway. I'm gonna look and see, because this is yellow squash, but I see a lot of flowers. But I don't believe I see any squash, but we'll look. There's some little itty bitty ones that aren't even close. So, no squash for today. The hose got that. Alright, so, but I do know we have some zucchini. So, let's see. There's one. And there's one. I think I'm going to pick both of them. No, they're really small, but the problem is, if I leave them, they'll be giants by tomorrow. So, I'm going to eat them and the blossoms. This one's actually a little bigger, I think. Come on. I don't know. Too bad. So, my first two zucchinis. Yeah. And then I have some peas to pick. see if I can, there we go. Look at there. Got my bucket already. So I'll see you in a bit. There, that's about all I got. Just enough for a wonderful snack in the middle of summer when it's hot. I love fresh peas. And next row is some different kinds of lettuce. I believe it's beets on the other side, but unless I find a beet that I'm hungry eating for, probably won't get one. Alright, there we go. That is my salads. I actually could have picked more, but I just did those 2 baskets. That's my peas from before. And then I'll show you what's left of the garden. I don't think I'm picking anymore. Let's see what else we have left. I think I have a few more peas over here. I don't think they're quite ready, so I'm gonna skip picking these today. They're really not quite ready. That's my mom's starting to look good. She replanted her beans and they came up. Well, I replanted mine and they didn't come up. Not exactly sure why mine don't come up. I have to try again. Some spinach. Maybe I'll have to rescue that next time. I don't have any more energy. Getting tired. But I'll show you the rest. Strawberries, we tucked those all in. Mulched them. This is starting to come up, the peas. Well, they were up before, but they're just starting to look better. Let's see what else we got. Lettuce and spinach and greens, some herbs. They're just starting to come up. Take a walk across here. I tilled this morning. It's just desperate need of water. We watered it, but you can barely tell. It's my fennel. It's getting so big. So cool. I love fennel. It's the squash and some flowers. Look at the corn. It's huge. It's just getting bigger and bigger. And then the potatoes starting. Yeah. You can tell that the beans are starting to grow. Some of the stuff on the other sides, though, the uprights, I watered it today and a bunch of it's missing, so I'll have to put in a few more things. Not exactly sure what's missing, so I'll have to look it up. Spaghetti squash is probably one of them, which I'm replanting, but it's starting to grow up and look better. This is my favorite one to look at just because it's a new plant, but I think I lost one artichoke, but there's 4 more that seem to be doing just fine. That's my sweet potatoes and some melons, some watermelons too. We're doing alright. I can show you that at this end. Another view of the potatoes. They need to get mulched. I mean, they're mulched some, but need to get some more in there. And then we have some more squash over here and some flowers. Eggplant and peppers and some more fennel. I don't know if you can see the fennel or not. And then this is the lima beans. I can never remember what they're called. I remember today. The lima beans are just starting to come up. Some more peppers. Some more squash. And this side is patty. No, that's sweet potatoes, not squash. Patty pan. Squash is on this side. And then you'll see the tomatoes that grew. Wow, they just popped right up. I'm surprised. They were not very big plants when I put them in there. Like these were like last week, I think. Wow, they just popped right up. Must have planted them at just the right time. Nice. And that concludes the garden tour for this trip to the garden. Now I have to go gather all my baskets up, pack them up in my van, and go home because it's hot and I really don't like to be out in the sun. I like to do it in the morning and I didn't get going as early as I wanted to. But one day, my goal will be to be done by 10 in the morning. It's just not happening today. See you later. Bye.